This Ram HD is a great work truck. I'll include a link to the Carl Malone Ram and Hebers website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into it. Under the hood is a 6.4 liter Hemi that goes through an 8-speed automatic. It puts out 405 horsepower and then 429 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Other than the blacked out 2500 badge, pretty normal hood. You do get nice LED lights, which is great for a base model. We do have fog lights down below with parking sensors, recovery points, and you notice lots of blacked out trim in the front end so that it doesn't chip up over time. And although it might look a little bit funky, it's definitely practical. Tire wheel setup is 245 by 70 by 17. These tires are not going to make it more than 2 seconds on this truck. Everyone will replace these, but yeah, at least the wheels are blacked out. This truck does have door-to-door side steps as well as the larger trailer mirrors. And then being a 2500, it is coil sprung. And as you can see, we've got the crew cab and the 8-foot bed. When it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock function, and then the Ram logo there on the back. LED lights in the bed. We also have an outlet, and yes, this has bed liner from the factory. Ford, take notes. Work trucks need this stuff. The tailgate's just traditional, not dampened or anything, and it's very light. Got the Ram logo there on the back, and then you've got the more baseline taillights. That will cap things off for the exterior of this truck. Let's now check out the interior. Plastic trim all over the door panel, again durable, easy to clean. And this one has the vinyl seats, which are also going to be easier to clean. Carpeted floor mats in this is absolutely hilarious, but you can see underneath that's easy to clean with the floors. And then you do have some vents here in the back, and this is still the old style of crew cab. Good space, but not as good as the 1500s. Let's now check out the front. Again, you've got the trailer mirrors up front, and then the front 2 windows are automatic. The mirrors are power adjustable, and then more plastic trim in the front door panel. Now this truck's rocking a 10,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating, so payload's only 2863. You've got more of that vinyl trim up front, and the seats are manual with the adjustments. Or at least I think this is vinyl. It feels like it. Let's now start her up. The steering wheel itself is going to have a little bit more basic trim all around. Even though it looks like it's perforated, it's basically perforated plastic. But we do have adaptive cruise control. You got your gear limiter controls for the center on the left hand side, no radio controls on the back. This does come with a good old-fashioned column shifter. And then the gauge cluster, notice it's mostly analog. You do have a screen element which you can change the information that's displayed there, but more reliable, and I think it just looks better than the new digital stuff. Backup camera in reverse, pretty good resolution with the camera itself. I'm going to call these big tablet screens the McDonald's of screens. Hear me out on this. Every single car now has a big tablet because it's cheaper for an automaker to just have big tablets and everything rather than having smaller screens in the less expensive cars and bigger ones in the bigger cars. So kind of like McDonald's, this is no longer special. It's just kind of there and everyone gets it because it's cheap. Climate controls on the other side, radio controls, physical buttons down below for the auxiliary switches. You also have your trailer brake controls, tow haul mode, parking sensors, stability control built into that little area. And then you've got a shortcut bar here at the bottom for the screen itself. It responds, it does have dual zone climate, which is a good feature to have. Just a part-time 4-wheel drive system, no auto. And then we do have a bunch of auxiliary switches down below and then an outlet there at the other side. This has a center console bench seat, so this actually picks up to be a bench seat, and then there's no storage underneath, so it's just a seat with the top storage, and there is more storage above the glove box. Button up top for the power sliding rear glass, but yeah, that's pretty much it. 2026 Tradesman 57,895. Let's see how this performs. Set off in the 2500 with a 6.4 Hemi. Now, I've had a lot of people comment on the horsepower being lower, and yeah, from my understanding, it's something with emissions or this or that, or basically had to choke out the engine more, and now we have 5 less horsepower something. I'm sure someone will have a better explanation in the comments, but it's one of those things where it's like 5 horsepower, I don't really care. I do think it's a downside though, because like, the thing that automakers need to understand is nobody wants less, and especially since new cars are so expensive, it's like, so you're asking me to pay more for a car and you're giving me 5 less horsepower, right? It just feels dirty. Doesn't feel right. But anyways, let's talk about how this actually performs. Smooth power delivery. does have a nice low end to it. Again, 429 pound-feet of torque. And this being a stripped down work truck is going to be a bit lighter, so the 6.4 Hemi is going to move it just fine. And also small tires too, that helps out quite a bit. Now you guys might be wondering on the payload, with these 2500s you can option out a higher gross vehicle weight rating, and that's how you get the higher payload. So you got to option that out. It's pretty well insulated actually. Yeah, and the low end torque on this thing, it's got a top end too. Smooth V8 power, you gotta love that. Yeah, you just kind of feather the throttle and it just moves. Yeah, it's crazy how comfortable these modern work trucks are. They're like luxury now. They really are. I'm curious. No, just regular windows. I was gonna say it seems like very quiet in here. So overall, I mean, this is a nice work truck. The interior is easy to clean. I don't know why they put cloth floor mats in. This is probably, let's call it for what it is. It's dumber than dumb. Cloth floor mats in a work truck. I mean, what are you thinking? Aside from that, it's got good power. Sounds good. It's got a big bed, decently big cab. They still need to do the new cab. I don't know why they're skimping out on updating the cab for the HDs. It's kind of a miss. It's like, we'll update everything but the cab. It's a nice setup. And the thing that I do like is now that Ram offers that higher gross vehicle weight rating, you can now get a diesel 2500 and still have good payload. You don't have to, because before it's like you had to get the gas if you wanted usable payload. But now it's like you get the gas if you want the gas, you get the diesel if you want the diesel. So you actually have a choice now, which from my perspective is a huge win.